Previously on Star Trek Online.
Power output rising. Levels are within expected parameters.
Activating gateway. Into the gateway. Now! Did you hear that? Answer, look out!
The gateway is transmitting a high-band subspace signal. Sensors are picking up. It launches ships on an intercept course.
I suggest we go there and contact New Romulus for reinforcements. Taking us out.
Launch ships are responding and more reinforcements are on the way.
Glorious battle. You have won much honor for yourself and your allies. It seems there are larger conflicts that all of our people will need to face. If we are to survive, we may need to face them together.
And now, the continuation.
While it is regrettable that so many gateways were unlocked, I know that together we will face the future. Our government will be in contact in regards to this Omega situation. When we are prepared to act, I know you will be involved. Thank you, Admiral, and good luck in the future. The discovery and activation of the gateway in the Durat system means we can send ships rapidly to explore the Solanae Dyson sphere. An alliance force comprised of ships from the Romulan Republic, Federation, and Klingon Empire have agreed to work together to study the sphere and establish a zone of control there, but they need skilled captains and crews willing to join the fight. Travel through the gateway and contact Allied Joint Command once you reach the Solanae Dyson sphere in the Delta Quadrant. Welcome to the Delta Quadrant, Admiral. A journey that once took 30 years at maximum warp now takes mere minutes. Did we just go as far as Voyager did? Not quite. We're on the border of the Delta Quadrant. Specifically, we are within the Solanae Dyson sphere, a spherical structure built around a star. The sphere itself has a diameter that is nearly 200 million kilometers, or the equivalent of 250 million M-class planet surfaces. How much of the sphere has been explored? You're looking at it. The sphere is huge, and it could take us a lifetime to completely understand its construction and technology. We're taking it slow until we know more. That's where you come in, sir. We could use help from the crossfield. Before we get started, though, Subcommander Cowell wants you to receive a briefing about Omega particles from our chief scientist. I'll speak with the chief scientist. Ah, hello, Admiral. Kale has asked me to be as brief, as there is a lot to be done. We found massive amounts of Omega particles being produced within the Dyson sphere. These particles are extremely unstable, and, when detonated, they will damage subspace, making warp travel impossible in vast areas around the detonation site. In the past, we've only had to deal with small amounts of Omega particles. Now, we have a structure that is mass-producing them for an unknown purpose. What is the plan to neutralize the Omega particles? The plan is twofold. First, we must find and destroy any existing Omega particles. Secondly, we must discover whatever it is producing them at such an alarming rate and stop it. The Federation and the Klingons have agreed to join an alliance with the Romulan Republic in order to see this done. These particles threaten us all. This would be simple, except for, well, perhaps it's best if you hear more from Subcommander Cowell. He has asked to speak with you. Very well, I'll talk to him.
Welcome to the Solanae Dyson Sphere. My name is Sub-Commander Cole. This is the main command center for Joint Alliance Command, a multi-species task force willing to work together toward a common goal, for now at least. The gateway you use to get here is in Republic space, so the Republic is taking the lead here as well. Our mission? To destroy the Omega particles this sphere creates, and neutralize its ability to generate more. The first scouts into the sphere confirmed that it was producing massive amounts of Omega particles for an unknown purpose. Given enough time, this sphere could produce enough Omega particles to completely annihilate warp travel in all known quadrants of the galaxy. We thought this would be a sweep and clear operation, but we were waylaid by a species known as the Voth. The Voth claim to be natives of the Delta Quadrant, are extremely technologically advanced, and they want the sphere. Now we're in a fight for control. The Voth are determined to gather the Omega particles. We're still determining why, but this is a threat to all warp-capable civilizations. I can't stress enough how important it is that we stop the Voth and neutralize the Omega particles. There's a lot to do. Shall we get started?
Ready to begin, Admiral? The Solanae Dyson Sphere is unlike anything we've seen here before. While the minefield helps keep Voth ships from entering Allied space en masse, occasionally the Voth will slip one or two small vessels through with their advanced cloaking devices. We have a range of tachyon probe frequencies that can sometimes detect Voth ships, but we need to get up close to have any chance of success. We want the crossfield to search this zone for any Voth ships that might be hiding. The activation of the gateway at the heart of the Solanae Dyson Sphere has given us access to another Dyson Sphere. Edit that out.
We run missions here from Joint Command, the center of all Allied operations. This is the supply depot. We use it to ship supplies to our forces and to store any unusual or dangerous technologies we find here. This region is the minefield. It is used as a barrier to keep Voth forces out, although some still slip by. And this is the ion stream, a series of structures moving a high volume of charged particles and exotic radiation through the area. Each of these areas could use your help. Good luck.
Now I'm laying a course for the supply depot. Gauge battle cloak. Disengage cloak.
Scanning in progress.
Voth ships, open fire. Target that repair ship.
This is Cole. USS Unported could use your support. The ion stream. Helm, lane a course. Open a channel. Good to see you, Admiral. See the ion streams? The energy in them can be rerouted into power cells of a starship and delivered to other areas of the sphere. This energy helps us better understand how the sphere activates. Can the crossfield take some of the ion stream's energy to our tower in the minefield? We can do that. Set course for one of the towers. Prepare the RAN scoops to collect some of the ion stream.
Scanning in progress.
We have the energy stored. I've never seen it used this way. I think anybody in our quadrant has. Energy absorbed. We'll begin analyzing it for our records.
Scanning in progress.
We've stored everything we can from this stream. Helm, laying a course for the Allied minefield tower. Begin transfer.
We've put the energy to good use, but we need more help here. The minefield is in last line of defense against the Voth moving from the contested zone. Several of our mines have stopped working, and we don't know why. Can the crossfield scan some of the deactivated mines and determine the problem?
We'll do what we can. Make sure we're transmitting friendly signals. We don't want those mines mistaking us for an enemy ship.
Scanning in progress.
This mine was definitely remotely disabled, but I'm having a hard time getting further readings. Take us to another one.
Scanning in progress.
This mine is missing some crucial parts. It may simply be that some mines were not assembled properly. Maybe we were in a hurry to set them up. Slow and steady.
Scanning in progress.
Admiral, I was wrong. The Voth are transporting the parts out of the mine. I suggest contacting Joint Command for this information. Get us out of the minefield. Get me Joint Command. Thank you for your assistance, Admiral. You said that the Voth are remotely disarming mines by transporting parts out of them? We'll see what we can do to get around to that. For now, you and the Crossfield are needed elsewhere, specifically in the contested zone. Speak with me again when you're ready for the next assignment. We have more operations outside of the Allied zone, Admiral. The contested zone is right near our borders, and it is where our forces are currently engaged with the Voth, both in the atmosphere and on the ground. It is a constant fight for control in the area. If we slip, the Voth will overwhelm us. We could use your help out there. Travel to the contested zone and see what you can do. Play my previous order. Helm, come about. USS Crossfield, you're clear to travel to the contested zone. Acknowledged.
This is the contested zone. Our forces here are in a constant conflict with the Voth. There are 5 fronts in the zone, and each of them need your help. Here, we are fighting the Voth over towers that are critical to our control of the zone. I would advise you help only if you have other starships to provide support. In the center of the contested zone is the battle zone. Commander Arnold is leading the ground fight there against the Voth. He needs anyone who's willing to assist. Make no mistake about this. The contested zone is an active conflict. Be careful out there.
Missing the Allied zone yet? I hope not, because we need every ship to push the Voth back. If you're ready, I have more orders for you. The next comes straight from Commander Arnold, our liaison for the ground battle zone. There is a ground war waging as we speak in the battle zone. Commander Arnold is commanding Allied forces in an attempt to gain control over Omega particle silos. Unfortunately, the Allied forces there are understaffed and under-equipped. They are too far away from the supply depot for us to reliably send supplies shipments, and they can always use more combat-ready recruits. Commander Arnold and his forces could use your help, Admiral. Can you spare it? Helm, laying a course for the battle zone. Keep an eye out for Voth ships, though. Seems too quiet for an active battle zone. Alright. I'm heading down there. Evelyn, I'm going to equip you with something I've recently acquired. Evelyn, Marta, meet me in transporter room 2.
This is the Voth battle zone. Our goal is to take control of at least one Omega particle silo. Here's how we do it. This is a map of the battle zone. There are 3 regions, each made up of multiple capture points. When the Voth hold a capture point, it is red. When we take control of a capture point, it will change to blue. Capturing points advances us towards our goal, represented by this meter. When it is full, we can make our final push to stop the Voth at the Omega particle silos. We must capture at least one of these silos to claim this battle zone for the Alliance. Good luck.
I hope things are going well in the battle zone. When you're ready, speak with me again. Requests for aid are arriving at a constant pace. We could always use the help of the USS Crossfield. We could use your help driving away Voth from the control towers in the contested zone. These towers are integral into our control of the area. If the Voth hold them, they'll be able to call in reinforcements and overwhelm us. Can you take the Vite to the Voth and help us gain control over the area? As soon as we help out here. Let me see that pad. Which zone could use the more assistance? Honestly, anyone could do. Let's take a look around. Let's move, people. Well, looks like we weren't needed after all. Back to the transporter. Beam back to assist one of the areas. Actually, where's the silo at? Let's try to track down the silo. Beat it there, maybe we can be ready for control. This is the place. That's the thing. Do we sit and wait? What do you two think? The other zone's losing Pat. It's gonna take too long. Alright. Fighting dinosaurs was something I was not expecting today. But, given the circumstances... The other zones are losing zones too quickly. I don't think we'll be of any much help here this far out. Crossfield, 3 to beam back. Alright. So now we have a better lay of the land. Take us to one of the nearest towers. It actually looks like they're all under our control. We'll do a sweeping pass of all the towers. This one seems in order. We have full control of the area at the moment. Voth fleet approaching. Allied reinforcements incoming. All available ships are ordered to rendezvous with the Allied fleet in the near battle zone and join the attack. Helm, swing us back that way. We have visual. Engage cloaking device. Disengage. Open fire. Target their shields. Move on to the next group. Paraspore jump. Now! Bye. Drop shields are down. Focus fire. Let's retake control of this tower. Both reinforcements decloaking, sir. Weapons fire at will. Hold position. Set a course for the next tower. Target the nearest Voth ship. Stand by weapons.
Ship is under attack.
Set a course for the next tower. Target the reinforcements. Give me Joint Command. I've received reports that your efforts helped to push Voth back in the zone. Excellent work, Admiral. We'll need you to keep supporting our efforts throughout the Dyson Sphere. You've seen all of the areas that are important to hold. We're trusting you to do what you can to help us, to destroy the Omega particles and prevent the Voth from using them against us. Admiral, we've discovered a station near the center of the Solanae Dyson Sphere that controls the station's ability to jump to other areas of space, utilizing the vast amounts of Omega particles it generates as fuel. This could be disastrous for the Delta Quadrant. If the reaction is not perfect, vast areas of subspace would be damaged, rendering space travel in that region almost impossible. Our intel indicates that the Voth intend to take control of the station and jump the sphere back to their space. We cannot allow this to happen. Report to Joint Command. We'll need your help to stop this. Helm, take us back. How can the Voth be so reckless? I don't understand. Must have something to do with their doctrine. Well, no matter. We'll see what Alliance Command has come up with. Maybe we have a plan. There's a lot of activity in here in Joint Command, sir. The entire fleet must be mobilizing for something big. The rest of the senior staff is being briefed in another area. Our orders are to meet with the Chief Logistics Officer. Understood. I'll find the Chief Logistics Officer.
You're just in time. Please follow me to Sub-Commander Cole.
Understood. Sub-Commander.
Good to see you again. We now know why the sphere generates vast amounts of omega particles. It is designed to use those particles as fuel to jump to any area of space. There is a space station that controls the jumps in close orbit of the sphere's star.
Go on.
Admiral Tuvok from Starfleet was selected to lead a small team to the station to try to disable it. With him is Dr. Eric Cooper, a scientist who has been studying Dyson and Iconian technology. Something's gone wrong. 2 hours ago, we received a distress signal from Tuvok. Please use the console to download the signal. Afterward, I'd like to hear your opinion of the situation.
Understood. I'll listen to Tuvok's message.
Joint Command, please respond. This is Tuvok. Sensors have detected a large Voth fleet moving toward the station. They have discovered us, and we have yet to complete our work. Communications with our ship are down. Our last contact with them indicated that they were having technical difficulties and may be forced to retreat to a safer location. I will be unable to stop a Voth advance without assistance.
Computer, close signal.
The attack on the Voth fleet will commence shortly. Captains, please return to your ships.
Tuvok and Cooper are stranded with an entire Voth fleet bearing down on them. I need you to fly to the station, rescue our team, and finish the mission. Our fleet will engage the Voth to help keep them distracted. But to avoid detection, you'll need to fly roughly 100 kilometers above the surface of the star.
What about using a cloaking device instead of flying near the sun?
The Voth are actively scanning for ships approaching the station. They can detect our cloaked ships, which is another issue we're trying to solve. This is our best option. The star's magnetic field will make it impossible for most sensors to pick up your ship. With luck, your ship will not have to fly close to the star's surface for very long.
Very well. I'll fly the crossfield over the sun. What's the plan?
Speak with the logistics officer assigned to brief your crew on the situation. With your permission, we can help your engineers set up a temporary modulation for your shield frequencies that should allow your ship to travel that close to the sun safely.
Very good.
Greetings. Our engineers are working with your crew now to create a temporary modulation program that will help your shields protect your ship from the heat and radiation you will encounter on your way to the sun station. Your ship should be able to safely make the trip, but it won't be able to remain in orbit of the station.
Where should the crossfield go after I'm on the station?
We will need every available ship to fight the Voth. It would be best if your ship joined the fleet once you are aboard the station. Your goals on the station are to find Admiral Tuvok, assist him to shut down the sphere's jump capabilities, and then retreat before the Voth fleet arrives. Do you have any questions?
If the crossfield is with the fleet, what's our escape plan?
Admiral Tuvok traveled to the station in a new starship, specifically designed to withstand the conditions there. The Dyson has reported some technical issues, but they should still be in transporter range. It will be standing by to assist you when you've completed your mission.
Understood. I'll return to my ship. We're ready to leave whenever you are, Admiral. Crossfield. Energize. Captain, we are approaching the surface of the star. The modifications to our shields are holding off the worst of the effects, but they won't keep us safe for long. We're already losing subsystems to the heat and radiation. I could keep us flying for now with emergency backups, but more systems are going to offline by the minute. It's only a matter of time before we lose something critical. Crossfield will hold together. Plot a course for the station, best possible speed. Open a hailing frequency. We can't establish any communications with the station, Admiral. Initial scans indicate that there are nearby solar flares that are interfering with our frequencies. It is possible for the crossfield to repair the nearby solar flare inhibitors. That should allow us to contact the station. Very well. We'll repair the solar flare inhibitors, then contact Admiral Tuvok. Try to keep us away from the flares. We just lost the starboard power coupling. We just lost power to turbo lifts. Hold together. Let's see what this 32nd century tech can do. Replicators just went offline. We should now be able to hail Admiral Tuvok.
Your arrival is timely. The Voth are already on the station. I am with Dr. Cooper, but many of the other members of our team have been killed. Any assistance you can render would be useful. I recommend that you speak to your crew before transport. Your vessel will not be able to remain in range for long.
Understood. I'll be there soon. Captain, the ship will suffer irreversible damage if we stay this close to the sun. We can retreat, perform critical repairs, and then rejoin the fleet against the Voth. What are your orders, sir? Support the fleet once I leave. Understood, sir. We'll take good care of the crossfield while you're gone. Are you prepared for transport? Energize.
Greetings. I am Admiral Tuvok. The man behind the crates is Dr. Eric Cooper, the Federation Science Council's expert on Dyson technology.
Yes. Hello. I'm Dr. Cooper.
Allow me to brief you on the situation so we may determine the best plan of action. Main power is offline. I am not sure what caused this disruption, but the event was fortunate. The darkness is a distinct tactical advantage. There are manual overrides in each room. I have temporarily disabled the one between us and the Voth. The Dyson's captain has moved ahead to determine what is beyond the next door.
What can you tell me about the station?
There are 2 generator rooms that control much of the station's operations. The generator room to the south controls the power. The control room to the west, where the Voth are, maintains the station's jump capabilities. It is imperative we reach the west control room and disable it before the Voth jump this sphere back to their space. The release of the Omega particles needed for this reaction would be catastrophic.
How many Voth are between us and the control room?
More than the 3 of us can safely engage. Defeat would be certain. However, if we restore main power, we can use the station's automated defenses to even the odds, if we can avoid being targeted by them ourselves. I understand you have extensive combat experience. Do you have any suggestions?
Cal mentioned you had a ship in orbit. Could they help?
I have attempted to hail them, but received no response. The ship's shields and hull plating are designed to withstand the extreme amounts of heat, pressure, and radiation generated by this sphere's star. However, it is a prototype vessel on its first voyage. There were several unexpected system failures. The communications array must be among them. The ship has retreated to a safe location to make repairs. Until they are able to complete them, they will not be able to assist us.
Then our best option is to get the captain and make our way to the generator room.
We're moving away from the Voth, right?
Captain?
Good thing you're here. I'll try to get the ship.
Captain!
I sense another presence. We are not
Protect Cooper. He will need your help. Damn.
Sorry. I thought I saw something.
Remain calm, Doctor. The defenses in here can be quite lethal.
It was awful. The sounds, the blood. Ugh.
I will stand watch while you and the doctor examine the generator.
Copy that. Activating emergency power.
If I understand this correctly, we can restore main power activating consoles that match the symbol up here. After the first one is activated, we'll only have 20 seconds to activate the other two. If we don't, the system will defend itself. Also, activating the wrong consoles will trigger the system's defenses. Be careful.
Looks like yellow.
That looks right. That looks right.
Just across the room.
That did it. The final console is unlocked.
Restarting power. Talk about a view.
This does not bode well.
Admiral?
By restoring main power, we have released the locks, preventing the Voth from reaching our location. They will already be on the move. We will require Cooper's assistance to subvert the automated defenses for our own use. The Doctor is an expert in the technology found on the sphere. This is well within his capabilities.
I'll talk to Cooper.
What are we going to do? The Voth will be here any second, and I don't think they're in the mood to take prisoners. Please, you have to get me out of here. I'm not like you and Tuvok. I'm much too important to die here.
Calm down. We'll all get out of here alive if you'll help us.
My help? What could I do? You and Tuvok have done everything so far. I don't even know how to use a phaser. I just want to go back to my lab. I was never meant for field work.
Tuvok said no one knows this technology better than you do. You can do this, Cooper.
Tuvok said that? Well, maybe. I might know the technology, but I don't work well under pressure. I need time and space to think, and I need to be able to do my work without fear of being killed. I can't help you. I'm sorry.
Cooper, I believe in you. You can do this.
All right. I'll try. If we're here, and the station's defenses are active, but we're not under attack. But if that's the case, wait. I can do this. Just give me a moment.
Do it.
I think if I try this...
Dr. Cooper, we require a solution.
I'm working on it. Vulcans. If I can just try that... Yes, I have it. I've done something. I'm not ready for what's being thrown at me here. Maybe I could activate the beams or something else?
Allow me, Doctor. Fascinating. With this exposed, I can manually activate the defenses in the next room. However, there is another possibility.
What is it?
Instead of activating the defenses to assist you,
I can reroute the power to attempt to send a message to our stranded ship. It may not help, but we have been out of contact for hours. Your options are activating the defense beams, activating swarmers, or using none of them.
Tell me more about the beams.
I can activate beams of energy that will shoot down in set periods of time. I do not have any further control than that. But you could lure some of the Voth into the beams. The beams are quite deadly, so I would advise keeping your distance. This would be our easiest option against the Voth, but if we are not careful, we could be caught in the beams. Would you prefer I activate the beams?
Tell me about the swarmers.
I can alter the programming of the security swarmers that normally patrol this area. They will attack the Voth, but they also will attack us if there are no other targets. The swarmers will provide a distraction for us, but they could also be a liability. Do you want me to activate the swarmers?
What are our odds if we have no defense to support us?
Slim enough that I cannot recommend it. However, if you choose to do so, I will support you.
We'll go with the beams.
I'll wait here. You go on ahead.
Voth commanders are approaching. We should move forward. Be on your guard.
At least Cooper remembered to turn them off.
Yourself. It is the Voth who killed the captain. That was an explosion of sufficient magnitude to cause a breach. Doctor, what is your status?
I'm fine. The Voth can't get in. All that is between us and our goal is the vacuum of space.
Fantastic.
My modifications successfully locked the Voth out of this area. However, there was an armed Voth battlesuit in the corridor. The station's automated swarmers attacked, and this is the result.
Try to contact the Dyson again. They can transport us across.
No response. According to my readings, there is no method of direct access. Unless your ship is within range, we are stranded.
My crew will be with the fleet. Should we wait for Cooper?
I'm here. Wait.
Doctor, we require a way to access the other areas of the station. Your thoughts?
I have an idea, but you may not like it. Those EV suits over there, they have maneuvering jets that we could use on the outside of the station. I've looked them over, and they should be able to withstand the heat of the sun.
Should?
Well, nothing will withstand that much heat and radiation for long. The suits appear to be designed for use in the shadow of the station. But, technically, they can keep us safe. For a little while.
They will have to suffice. We have no other logical option.
course not. It's far too risky for me to go out there.
We will need to convince Cooper to overcome his fear and help us complete our mission.
Do you really need me out there? Internal comms are still active. I could just tell you what you have to do. I really can't stand any more stress. I have no idea why Admiral Tuvok chose me for this project. I'm not trained for field work. If I get home alive, I'm writing a letter to the Federation Science Council. I'll file a formal complaint.
Doctor, we need you with us. We cannot go without you.
I know. But flying over a star? It's crazy. I don't even like using the holodeck. All I can think about is how I'm going to burn to a crisp and die horribly, away from everyone I care about.
I need you to have confidence. You will not die. I'll help you.
Well, I've seen the stories about you. You've been through a lot for one captain. If you can do this, maybe I can too. I'll get my EV suit. Let's go.
Good man. You'll be fine. Alright. Let's do this.
I can do this. I can do this.
Calm yourself, Doctor. Conserve your oxygen. There is a large piece of debris blocking the station's entrance. There is a large amount of debris blocking the entrance. It will be impossible for us to move it without assistance. I can scan the area for anything that may be of use.
Good idea.
There are two objects of interest. The first is the remains of a Voth battlesuit. There is a mortar payload within it that we can place onto the debris. The second is the remains of a swarmer, specifically a miniaturized communications device. We could use it to detonate the mortar remotely.
You get the communicator. I'll get the payload. Trained for EV walks, but nothing like this.
I suggest flying a safe distance before activating the charges. The door is sealed. Any ideas, Doctor?
There should be a manual release for the locks above us.
I will establish a shield.
I'll take care of the locks. One. Two.
doors are open. Dr. Cooper and I will wait for you inside.
These suits are fried. I doubt they'll be much use anymore.
Serve their purpose.
Something has closed the doors. Most unsettling.
I think the station's defenses are activating.
Incoming!
We should move forward before more defenses activate. Those shields are malfunctioning in this area. The shadows of those consoles should provide a measure of safety.
Should. Ah. Hell of a sunburn.
The shields will hold. Our destination is ahead.
It's like somebody wasn't so lucky.
We must power down the room's shielding to access the control panels.
Deactivating shielding.
The doctor and I will continue our work while you disable the lower panels.
Come on. Ugh. Should be the last.
Good work. Reactivate the shields and we can complete our mission.
Reactivating shields.
The honor of deactivating the station is yours.
Oh, thank you.
There we go. The deactivation program is moving nicely.
Doctor, I'm detecting something curious. Energy levels in the gateway in front of us are rising at an exponential rate. It appears to be activating.
What? Let me check. Oh, this is not good. The gateway is designed to be an escape hatch in the event this station goes offline. We cannot deactivate the jump protocols without activating the gateway as well.
Is there any way to override the protocols?
None that I can see. If we want to stop the jump, we have to activate that gate.
It seems we have little choice. Your thoughts?
Doctor?
As Tuvok said, we have no choice. If we want to stop this sphere from moving, we need to activate the gateway. Our time here is limited. The Voth will return in force. We have to do this now. There is no other option.
It's time to shut it down.
If there was another option, we would have found it. One moment. We are being hailed. Tuvok here.
Chief Engineer Tarkram of the Dyson here, Admiral.
Acknowledged, Chief. Are all of your systems restored?
The opening of the gateway cleared up the ambient distortion disruptions. Do you need transport?
Yes, I want to get off this station now.
We are ready to depart. Chief, do you have a lock?
Come in!
Dyson, 3 to be locked.
We can't get a lock. You need to get out of the hot zone. Move!
You heard the man. Door sealed. Back the way we came.
We're going to die. We're going to die.
We have a lock on you, sir. Just give the word.
Beam us up.
Good to have you on board, sir. I'm Chief Engineer Tarkram. The fleet and your ship are still engaged with the Voth, but several Voth ships are making their way towards the gateway. One of their dreadnoughts has already passed through. As the only available ship, we have orders to stop the other Voth from entering the gateway.
Understood. Let's see what this ship can do. Take us to tactical mode. gateway.
Navigational readings indicate we are in the Delta Quadrant. However, we are inside a Dyson sphere, and there are no known structures of this type in this region. I'm detecting the presence of a Starfleet vessel, the USS Gold. That ship disappeared on a survey of the Janolan Dyson sphere at the precise instant the Iconian Gateway network was reset to save New Romulus.
The Janolan Dyson sphere?
This sphere was discovered by the crew of the USS Janolan in 2294. The USS Enterprise D rescued Montgomery Scott, a survivor of the Janolan 75 years later. However, it now appears that the Janolan sphere had the same jump capabilities as the Solanae and moved to this location with the gold inside.
Interesting. What is the status of the gold?
I am detecting disabled systems on the gold, but there is no weapons damage. Also, sensors indicate that the Voth Dreadnought has its weapons armed, but has not fired. What do you suggest?
Hail the USS Gold. Find out what they know.
Thank the prophets. I knew someone would find us. We were on a routine survey in the Janolan Dyson sphere when something happened. Systems that have been dormant for centuries activated. The energy readings were off the scale. Then a flash and...
We're here now. You're not alone.
My nav computer claims we're in the Delta Quadrant. If that's right, this entire Dyson sphere somehow moved itself more than 50,000 light years from its previous position. Since then, we've been stuck. I would have taken Voyager's path back home if we could get out of the sphere. The doors were locked tight and the gateway powered down as soon as we arrived.
The sphere did move, but we can help you return home.
Glad to have the help. Supplies are running low. But what was that ship that just passed us? Shares some signs of Voth tech, but our databanks don't have anything like that.
It's a long story.
Another Dyson sphere? It's taken us 40 years to study this one, and we're not even close to understanding it. And if that ship was Voth, it would explain why they ignored our hails. They came in with their weapons armed and then simply stopped. Didn't see us as a threat. The ship set course for the sealed door and is just sitting there. They're ignoring us. I promised my crew we'd get home. If you could send over a team with some spare components, I can get this ship ready to travel.
We'll transport over a few of our engineers to help.
I have extensive experience with the Voth. While they are arrogant, it is not like them to completely ignore a potential threat. It may be that they sense a greater danger. I suggest we approach and attempt to hail them. Voyager found that some Voth were open to negotiation. We should make every attempt to find a peaceful solution.
Plot a course for the Voth ship. Open a channel. Full stop.
The Voth are moving towards the door.
Tuvok?
Your query will have to wait, Doctor. Shields are down and we... You're not... You're not Cooper.
The weak shall perish.
Captain, the Undine outside of the sphere are powering weapons. The mammalian ship is still disabled.
Arm all weapons. We will destroy the creatures and then return for the mammals.
I am unharmed, but we are in danger. We are deep within the Delta Quadrant, right where Cooper wanted us. We do not know how long this infiltrator has impersonated Cooper, or the extent of what he has done. However, I am quite familiar with the tactics of Species 8472. We will repel the Undine, and survive to warn the Alpha Quadrant of the renewed threat.
Finally, a worthy adversary for my new ship.
Engage tactical mode. Target the closest Undine ship. Prepare all weapons. Open fire.
This vessel cannot defeat them alone.
This ship.
I have experience with the Undine. You do not. They are extremely dangerous.
Appreciate the help, Commander.
Battleships. That may be a problem.
We hold here. None of the Undine get through.
Copy that. Now we're talking.
Good to see you. We would have arrived sooner, but there was a Voth fleet in the way. Congratulations on a successful mission. Now the Romulan Republic will take over. We'll set up a command center for further operations. I'm sure Command will contact you when your presence is needed.
I don't believe the Republic has the authority to do that, Captain.
No, this ends now. Our generosity to the Romulans can only extend so far. The Klingon Empire claims this Dyson Sphere as its own. Starfleet and the Republic would be wise to keep their distance.
The Solanae Dyson Sphere is controlled by an alliance. Why would this one be any different?
Oh? Are you prepared to back that statement with action? The Klingon Empire has restrained itself again and again in an attempt to maintain this alliance with the Romulans. I think it's time I remind you of what happens when a Klingon loses patience.
Remain calm, Corin. We don't need to do this.
Fighting over this sphere is not an option. It would divide our strength. Precisely what would benefit the Undine. The Voth chose to fight instead of cooperate. They were destroyed. We can choose not to be enemies. It is time we did so.
Well, Corin?
The Klingon Empire will not sit and wait while the Federation and Romulans continue to claim these powerful weapons for themselves. This conversation is not over.
Very well. And you, Commander Jarok?
The Romulan Republic will continue to take responsibility for areas within our jurisdiction, but I do not wish to cause a rift in what has been a successful joint action. However, I will not be put in a position where I must choose between the Federation and the Klingon Empire. We have agreements on both sides that must be honored. Sub-Commander Cole can handle the details. I am a ship captain, not an administrator.
Very well.
Cooper's departure has lifted the miasma in my mind, an affliction that I did not even realize was there. He was influencing me. He used the psychic abilities of the Undine to influence my thoughts, and the results are an effect of my failure. I should have been able to detect his influence.
We must look forward. What now?
We have fulfilled our mission to neutralize the jump capabilities of the Solanae sphere, only to open up a gateway that the Undine can now use to reach our space. They will no longer have to create rifts from fluidic space. Was this Cooper's plan all along? I suggest we return to Sub-Commander Cole. We must attempt to save the fragile peace of the Alliance.
Get us back to Alliance Command.
The sphere is under Federation control.
This sphere is only accessible through an Alliance-controlled gateway.
Then perhaps it is time to end this alliance.
This is neither the time nor the place for this.
Commander Jarok is correct. The Undine are a threat to us all. Now they have direct access to our space. I propose a summit. We must decide together what we must do to protect the Alpha Quadrant. Our disputes may need to be put aside in the face of a greater enemy. I volunteer to mediate these talks. Dr. Cooper manipulated me to achieve his goals. It is only logical that I take responsibility for what has happened here.
Very well, Vulcan. We will finish this later.